Good morning children. Welcome again here in this video tutorial. I hope you all are well in your homes, right? So, on Monday onwards your periodic one unit test one will be start. So, we have completed our syllabus. In your syllabus two topics are coming. Number 1, food for plants, and topic 2, that is food and digestion, right? So let's start our first topic. We will cover both the topics, some main points of both the topics in this tutorial class. So let's start our first topic, that is food for plants. Some of the revision work we have already done in our Zoom meetings, and some we will complete here, right? So let's start first. Let me show you some diagrams of leaves. Okay, see here, some leaves are here. So we are talking about food for plants. Children, leaf or has leaf has a main role of a plant. Why? Because most of the plants are green. We know that most of the plants are green in color. They appear green due to the presence of chlorophyll in their leaves, right? Most of the plants have green in color because they have chlorophyll inside the leaves. A green pigment is there, that is known as chlorophyll. Fine. So what is the main function of a leaf? Make food for the plants. That's why these are leaves are known as, or leaf is known as, the kitchen of the plants, right? So let's talk about its structure or its parts. Okay, so here you can see a leaf and its part. A leaf has three main parts. In our syllabus, we just read this. It has three main parts and more than three, but here we have only three parts. First one is vein, and next is leaf blade, and the third one is midrib. This straight line is known as midrib, and this is leaf blade, and this is vein, and this one is petiole. Just look into the next diagram. You can see here clear. This is leaf blade, and this is midrib, that straight line. Okay, and these are the veins, left and right side of the leaves. This is petiole. Fine. And here you can see a small opening, that black hole you can see here. This is the structure of stomata. Fine. If you see a section of a leaf in under a microscope, you will see that a leaf is made up of small sections called cells, and these cells contain chlorophyll, right, which make the leaf green. On the underside of leaf there are small openings. This is the small opening, and this is known as stomata. Okay, this is known as stomata. So function of a leaf. What is the function of a leaf? Leaves are important parts of a plant. They perform the following functions for a plant, right? Leaves prepare food for green plants. How? The chlorophyll present in the leaves help to trap sunlight. So here you can see the diagram. It's seen clearly that it's a plant, and the parts of it has many parts like fruits, leaf, stem, root, bud, branches. So lots of parts. Okay, so what is the function of leaf make or prepare food for the plant. How? So with the help of diagram you can see here, this is the sunlight, right? This in the presence of sunlight, leaf take carbon dioxide and water from the root, then they make their food and release oxygen and glucose, right? So photo means light and synthesis means putting together. Photosynthesis is the process. This is the process of photosynthesis, and photosynthesis is the process by which a plant prepares its food using water. So here it's using water, carbon dioxide and sunlight, right? And sunlight and chlorophyll in the presence of sunlight, right? Chlorophyll present in leaf, underside the leaves, a green pigment. So the photosynthesis happened and then leaf prepare food for the plants, which helps to growing for a plant and stay alive, and it is also useful for a plant to stay live it. Okay, so here this is the definition of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the chemical reaction, or we can say that is a process that uses the energy from the sunlight to convert water and carbon dioxide into oxygen and high energy sugars, that is glucose. So here this is during photosynthesis, leaf use water, carbon dioxide and sunlight and convert it into oxygen and glucose. We get oxygen from the plants, which is very essential for us. Okay, and glucose also. And what happened if a plant how do plants use their food, right? We know that plants prepare food by photosynthesis. The food produced by the plant is in the form of sugar, right? Is in the form of sugar. So plants use their sugar to perform the following functions. How they use the sugar? They just use the sugar. The plant uses the sugar to grow and live. You can see here it is growing and it is live, right? The extra sugar produced is changed to starch. Fine, the extra sugar is changed to starch, produced and changed to starch and stored in different parts of plant like like fruits and birds and branches. Fine, and sometimes it's flower also, flowers, these are flowers also. Fine. So in this way plants use food, right? Okay, so here we have completed our first topic. This is very small topic, food for plants, only photosynthesis. Two or three main points are there. Number one is leaf, known as the kitchen of the plant. Number two is photosynthesis. Number three is section of a plant leaf, or kinds of leaf, and stomata, right? So move on to the next topic, that is food and digestion, right? This is our next topic, food and digestion. So at first let me ask you a question. Why do we need food? Think. Yes, we need food to get energy, and also it helps us to grow and keep healthy. It also helps in repairing the wear and tear of our body. Okay, so food contains different substances. Here you can see components of nutrients, right? Food contains nutrients like proteins. Food contains nutrients like proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, water, roughage and carbohydrates. So we will talk about protein, fat, vitamins, minerals and carbohydrates. Fine. So these five nutrients are very essential and very important for us. So let's talk about carbohydrate first. Fine. So here you can see carbohydrates. Okay. What are carbohydrates? These are the example of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates give us energy. Okay, and you can see the example of carbohydrates here: bread, corn, sugar, sweet potato. Sugar and starch are two types of carbohydrate. Rice, sugar and potatoes are some of the foods which are rich in carbohydrates. Fine. So we need lots of carbohydrates in our body. This is a very important nutrient for us. Now move on to the next. nutrient, that is vitamins and minerals also. Vitamins and minerals also. Vitamins and minerals are needed in small amount by our body. Fine. These we need very small amount. They keep our body healthy. Vitamins and minerals keep our body healthy. They also help our body to fight diseases. Vitamins and minerals, right? They are called protective foods. Fine. So we know that there are kinds of vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Fine. And let's talk about the minerals. There are many different kind of minerals such as calcium and iron, which are needed by our body. Uh, and you need calcium for strong bones and teeth also. So you should drink milk every day, a glass of milk every day, because it is rich of calcium. Okay, now move on to the next, that is protein. Fine. Protein help our body to grow. This is protein. It help our body to grow. They help our body to build muscles, other organs and blood. That is why foods which contain proteins are called bodybuilding food. Fine. These food proteins are also known as bodybuilding food. Okay, children. Now move on to the next. The example of protein you can see here: eggs, milk also there, fish and meat and cheese also. Right. Now next is fats. This is also fat. Fine. Fats to give us energy. They keeps our body warm. So here oil, butter, ghee, nuts and fish contain fats. Too much fat is also not good for our health. You know that we can't eat too much fats in our daily food habits, because it will increase our weight, which is not good for our health. Fine. So it is need a very less quantity in our body. Fats fats required very less quantity, right? So here we have 5 kinds of nutrients, that is carbohydrate, vitamins, minerals, protein and fats. Okay. Now you can see here a food pyramid for a balanced diet. So let's talk about balanced diet. What is a balanced diet? The food you eat every day is your diet. You know that, children? The food daily you eat food, that is known as diet. And the diet that provides all the nutrients in the right amount is a balanced diet. It means that you should take fats and milk products, and milk, it means that protein and minerals, vitamins and carbohydrate. This last one is carbohydrate in a right proportion. That is known as balanced diet. So you can see here the pyramid of balanced diet. This one eat less, that upper portion you should eat less, and that eat more, that the down portion you should eat more. You should eat more that bread and cereals, it means that carbohydrates, and after that fruits and vegetables in right proportion, and then meat, fish, chicken, eggs and milk product. After that fats, oils and sweet. You can take these this is fats in small amount, in very less in quantity, right? So this is the food pyramid for a balanced diet. Okay, so here we have studied about nutrients. There are 5 kinds of nutrients, which is very important for us. That these are carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals and fats. Okay, so let's move into the next topic, that is journey of food, because we are discussing about food and digestion. So we have learned about food. We should take a balanced diet regularly daily. This is a very good food habit. And then journey of food, that we have to learn about the journey of a digestive system of a human body. So children, the diagram is showing you everything. It means that you can identify it and you can explain it with the help of the labeled here. Fine, this is the diagram of digestive system of a human body. So first you can see the mouth. It means that the digestion start from the mouth. So first you can see mouth. So the digestion start from the mouth and it goes to the stomach. This is the stomach. It goes to the stomach by food pipe. Okay, it goes to the stomach by food pipe. And then what is the function of stomach? Here you can see a bag like structure, a balloon like structure. This is known as stomach. So what is the function of stomach? First of all, what is the function of mouth? You have different kinds of teeth in your mouth. So whenever you eat something, your teeth plays a very important role. The teeth in the mouth grind the food into smaller pieces. Saliva present in the mouth helps to make the food soft, okay, and also starts to break down starch to sugar. Fine. So this is the function of mouth. Okay, now let's move into the next, that is food pipe. So the swallowed food. Fine. Swallowed food slips down a pipe which is also called as esophagus to the stomach. Fine. Okay, it goes to the stomach. Now it has a very important role. The stomach plays a very important role for digestion. The swallowed food is collected in a bag like structure. You can see here, this is the bag like structure. Here the food is churned and ground to form a paste and mixed with digestive juices. Some acids are also added to kill bacteria present in the food. Okay, bacteria also present in the food, but in the stomach, digestive juices, some acids kill the bacteria. The food now looks like a thick soup. Fine, which is called a chyme. As chyme, it converted in a thick soup which is known as chyme. After that it goes to the small intestine. Fine. So what is the function of small intestine? The food is partly digested as it enters the small intestine. More digestive juices are added here and digestion of food is completed. Fine. Very important part here, very important sentences I am saying, that the digestion of food is completed in the small intestine. Okay children, there will be a question, where is the digestion completed? The digestion will be completed in the small intestine. More digestive juices are added here and finally the digestion of food is completed here. Now it is in liquid form. Fine, it is in liquid form, can enter the blood. Okay, the digestion of food is completed here. Now it converts into liquid and mixed with blood and goes all of our body parts. Fine. With the help of our veins, it goes all of our body parts. Now the rest of the food, undigested food, where it is go? The undigested food is now passed on to the large intestine. Fine. You can see here the large intestine, that green and purple in color. So here different colors are used. That food pipe, stomach and that small intestine supposed to be only orange in color. And here the mouth also. The large intestine is light green. Right. So here the undigested food is now passed on to the large intestine. Here most of the water is absorbed back from the food. Fine. Most of the water absorbed by large intestine. Fine. And the undigested food is passed to the rectum. Okay, this is the rectum. The undigested food passed here. So what is the role of rectum? The undigested food stored here in the rectum being thrown out of the body through an opening called the anus. Okay. So what? The undigested food is stored here before being thrown out of the body. बॉडी से बाहर निकलने से पहले वो रेक्टम में स्टोर होता है अनडाइजेस्टेड फूड एंड दैट ओपनिंग पोर इज कॉल्ड और नोन एज अनस. Okay, children. So this is the food journey. First of all, we take food in our mouth. Now it goes to the food pipe or esophagus. After that, it goes to stomach. It plays important role. Fine. It digests the food and make a thick soup. Fine. Thick paste. After that, it goes to the small intestine and the digestion is completed here. And the extra undigested food is goes to the large intestine, and then extra water absorbed here, and then undigested food is stored in rectum before through and opening, body through and opening, that is anus. Fine. This is the journey of food or digestive system of a human body. Okay, children, I hope you understood, right? So this is all about our topic number 2. We have learnt nutrients, kinds of nutrients. There are 5 kinds of nutrients. You can see here. Well, we have 7 here, that is water and roughage, but in your syllabus you have only carbohydrates, protein, fats, vitamins and minerals. And here are the examples of carbohydrate, vitamins, minerals, protein and fats. This is the food pyramid, a balanced diet food pyramid. And after that, we have done the journey of food. Now children, what you have to do, you have to revise all the work which you have done as in your worksheet, right, and all book work, and just watch the video. Fine. So Monday onward your exam will start. I think your science exam will be on Tuesday. So learn your all work. Okay. All the best and take care. Bye bye.